Welcome once again to Pub Politics. Ric Garni here along with Wes on the Republican side. Phil is here, the constant, on the Democratic side. Boy, what a week. Well, you guys were talking about what a year it's been at the State House, but this has been a heck of a week at the State House. Elections controversy in South Carolina. We've seen the video. We played on our newscast all week about Senator Knotts from Lexington County and the wife of Congressman Joe Wilson, mother of Attorney General Alan Wilson, getting into a bit of a shouting match about this whole elections thing. First of all, before we get into the actual events of the week, just your thoughts when you saw the video. Obviously, this is a very passionate scenario for a lot of people.
Well, both of us were in that committee hearing today and watched that crowd. It was a large crowd filled to the max and a very angry people. And when when the committee meeting was over, you saw that anger spill out into the hallways. And with Joe Wilson's wife, Roxanne, really letting Senator Knotts have a piece of her mind.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of passionate people. A lot of people have worked their butts off for months. They've poured a lot of their own money into this thing, a lot of sweat equity. And these people are very frustrated that after months or weeks of hard work, now they're just kicked off the ballot. It's not fair. And, you know, honestly, when I saw Mrs. Wilson, I thought that she was the voice of a lot of people at the moment. I mean, she was frustrated, but there are many, many people frustrated across the state.
We should mention her sister is one of the people potentially affected by this, because she's running for in Lexington County in office, clerk of court. So there are almost 200 people, I think, who could potentially be left off the primary ballot because of just a paperwork deadline snafu. It sounds to me like maybe some of the candidates weren't sure. They had to also turn in a hard copy. It could be some miscommunication. You know, I'm sure every case is different.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not fair. It is fundamentally not fair. These people did exactly what they were supposed to do, which was get information from their county party and then file the information that the county party told them to file. A lot of them did it, and it's just not fair. They need to fix this.
Is the law that confusing? Is that what the problem is?
Well, I mean, this is the first year of a new law that require online submission of your statement of economic interest. But what didn't change was the old law that still required a hard copy, and that's what the Supreme Court interpreted in their ruling from last week.
Do you think ultimately these folks, these nearly 200, or at least the people who say they did everything they were supposed to do you think they will ultimately be back on the ballot in time for a primary?
No, I don't. I think they should, but I don't think they will be.
In the time since our last Pub Politics here on Watch Fox, Governor Haley was cleared of ethics charges by a 5-to-1 vote on a committee. Wes, does that mean now this is over and done with as far as Governor Haley and ethics? I mean, I'm sure from their point of view, this is a distraction that they didn't want, and they're probably happy to put it behind them.
Yeah, I think it needs to be. I mean, the Democrats are going to try to throw everything they can at the Republicans, keep saying that we have ethical issues and all this kind of jazz. But the fact of the matter is this is over, and it should be over. It's time to move on and create jobs for this state.
Go ahead, Phil. On the Democratic side, what do you guys think?
I mean, under state law, you can appeal a decision of the House Ethics Committee. You have 10 days to appeal it to the full House, and so you expect to see that. What happened last week was a complete farce. I mean, the committee voted unanimously to find probable cause that she did some ethical wrongdoing, and then immediately voted to dismiss the charges on a party line vote. And that's not justice. That's just absolutely ridiculous. It's Republicans protecting Republicans, and the voters of South Carolina should be ashamed of the leadership they have.
So this is not over from your point of view?
Far from it.
And Wes?
Listen, the premise that the legislature is trying to protect Governor Haley is just a joke in itself. Those people don't like each other. You know, if anything, the legislature would be trying to take the governor out. So I completely disagree with the premise. This issue's over.
The committee found probable cause. That'd be like having a cop work his tail off to go get a search warrant from a judge and then just tearing it up. It just wouldn't happen.
All right. Well, like we said, it was an exciting week in the State House, part of an exciting year so far, and it's not over yet. The session will continue, as will Pub Politics. PubPoliticsLive.com is the website where you can see these guys in action, plus every week right here on Watch Fox. Lively discussion today, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you next week. Back to you.